Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video today. It's been quite some time not made a long video. Especially I would have made a video against after the Burnley match, but I was really true frustrated after the match, and I was not really feeling like making any kind of videos after that. It's been like 2-3 days now that I wanted to take the time off and get it in my head what happened over there. And now we have a midweek match against Manchester United. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about the Burnley match, a little bit talk about Pochettino's mindset. And obviously we have another match in the weekend against Sheffield United. So we're going to talk about a host of this busy football midweek and the end of the week coming up. So let's start about that. So we'll start off with the Burnley match, and it was horrific to say the least. I mean, being a Chelsea fan, you are playing at home against a team which is right now 19th. They're the second last team in the Premier League. And they were down to 10 men, and they had their manager red carded. And here we are. It felt like such a loss, actually, a 2-2 draw, which felt like a loss. We should have been 3 or 4 goals up in the first half itself. And so there is a lot of things that comes into our mind when you look at it. It's a bunch of young players, I understand, but there's so many mistakes. Cole Palmer is the only player consistent enough and who is doing his bit. Otherwise, the rest, everyone looks like, Malo Gusto is good. But at times he, especially in the Burnley match, when I saw that, he made some mistakes as well. Though overall he was very good, no doubt about it. So there's always talk about Pochettino and his tactics. There's also talks about how things are working out at Chelsea. When you look at the Burnley match, we're going to talk about Manchester United a little later. We're going to talk about the Burnley match. I want to take it off my chest right now. So when you look at the Burnley match, we made a lot of mistakes when it comes to converting chances. For quite a few matches, quite a few months, Pochettino has also been talking about the fact that it's a young team. But if you look at it, we are just losing, or we are giving up, or we are not able to convert most of these chances. We made a lot of chances against Burnley. We did. At least 4 chances clear cut. But the decision making of the players is not good enough. They cannot make up their mind what they need to do next. They cannot keep their composure enough, and that could be because they're inexperienced. But seriously, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, the composure factor is not real there. I mean, I can tell you 4 examples I had at that time. Obviously, I don't have the clips right now, but if you have watched the Burnley match, especially the first half, you would know what I'm talking about. For example, there was this one chance of Jackson where he needed to he took a shot. There was one chance from Malo Gusto where he took a shot, actually, where all he had to do is he had to pass the ball to Cole Palmer, and Palmer was actually unmarked. There was nobody marking him. He was just about 4 or 5 yards from the goal. All he had to do is Gusto had to just pass it to him and he would have scored. Obviously he was unmarked, but he took a cross from a different angle. So there was the goalkeeper and he was Malo Gusto. He just took a shot, obviously, and he had a very tight angle, and his decision making was completely wrong in this case. There was this one chance for Midweek. He got the ball. There were 2 defenders, and they were all sliding in. Both the Burnley defenders were sliding in, and all he had to do is hold his composure, let them slide it, hold it. They had a 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and only had to slid the ball because the goalkeeper was also going down, expecting a shot. What he did, he hit the ball out. Malo Gusto also had one of the chance when he hit the ball outside. Jackson had a chance as well. Cucurella had a chance as well, I think. So it was a host of chances. So how come a team may have so many missed chances? And what is now the question I want, what is the manager doing about it? Right. We cannot keep on giving the same excuse, and this comes from Pochettino. Needs to be asked this question as to every time your players are missing 4 or 5 chances. How come? Let's talk about someone like Raheem Sterling. Some people will say he's totally off form. He has been on the top flight playing at the top flight in the Premier League with Liverpool and with Man City for almost 10 years. He's played so many matches. He was such a brilliant player. But even he is missing chances. So it's some kind of a disease, but every Chelsea player is missing chances. Whether you're a highly experienced player or whether you have no experience at the highest level, you're just missing chances. And what is the manager doing about it? Is he doing anything? He keeps on saying that we are working on it and things will be improving and you will see better. Obviously, we have 40 points already. I mean, last season in the Premier League, we had 45 points in total. This season, if all goes well, which is not going, I mean, as per the Burnley match, obviously things will not look good. But there's a chance we might end up with at least 50 points. And then we have to see if there is any kind of deduction for fair play, the FPP breach. So that's something to keep in mind if in case there's something comes up. Now, the question is that why is Pochettino not been able to deal with this? Now, if you look at, I'm talking about two other managers. And one is Emery, who is the Aston Villa manager. And one is the Spurs manager, Enge. I am not really good at pronouncing his last name. His last name is a little weird. So no disrespect, but I just want to just mention it. The Spurs manager got appointed the same time Pochettino got appointed, in the last summer. Emery came to Aston Villa around about last year, around about this time, maybe February or March, maybe. So maybe 2-3 months before the summer. But if you look at these two teams, and if you look at our team, we have a group of players, maybe a little bit of inexperience, world-class, really good players. Now you can always argue and tell me who are world-class, except Enzo and Caicedo maybe, who are world-class in this book. But there are a lot of potential in this team, a lot of them. Cole Palmer, for example, Jackson. They are experienced, good players. They are players who can actually come out and play well. Now, I understand that we have a lot of injuries. Now, if you look at Emery's Aston Villa, they are number 4. And Spurs are number 5 right now when I'm making this video. And Emery, when he came in to Aston Villa about last year, about this time, I don't know what he did. They have a very average side. Maybe 2-3 players are decent. The rest of the players are pretty average. But they have seemed to get something going, and they're 4th in the Premier League, but we are 12th at this moment. Same goes with the Spurs manager. I understand Spurs has some good, decent players, but still, he's a new manager, just like Pochettino. It's his first season with Spurs, like just Pochettino's first season with Chelsea. But if you look at, we are completely struggling, and it leads to question the manager. And I have been a Pochettino in guy, so I have supported him. But during the last 2-3 matches, I'm actually losing my patience, and I'm like, really, if you're supporting this guy, what is he actually doing in the training ground? And these guys are not able to deliver that in the game, especially when you're playing a Burnley and you're struggling like this. I mean, we are going to play Manchester United tomorrow, and we'll find out how tough it's going to be. So they are also struggling, Manchester United, by the way, but still. So there is a big question mark on the manager, big question mark on some of these players, or how are they not able to deal with the pressure, not being able to be composed, except like Cole Palmer. Everyone seems to be like, or are they not bothered? I mean, Disasi looked like very casual in his disallowed goal. He looked very casual. It was very casual against Leicester when he took that shot into our home net. It looked very casual. Some of these players are taking it very lightly, maybe. The Pochettino as a manager might not be able to motivate these guys. I mean, if I look at an average team of Aston Villa with a very decent manager like Emery can get them to number 4, and here we are with a decent team but a weak manager who I didn't want to say that Pochettino is a weak manager. I really want him to do well. And then that variable Chelsea to do well. But the way he has been is like really tough for me to really believe that he can really do something with this squad. There are a lot of guys out there who are Pochettino out, and they have been talking about this for months now. And I was supporting him, and I feel that maybe these guys are right, that Pochettino really doesn't have it in himself to motivate this bunch and get them up to a situation. I mean, they're really struggling. And Pochettino himself looks like he might not be sure what he is doing at times. Think about the Thiago Silva's issue. I understand Thiago Silva's wife wrote something about Pochettino, and from that time onwards, Thiago got injured. Now, after he has come back, he has not played a single match. And Disasi and Badiashile, before that, Disasi and Chalobah was playing. Chalobah got injured. Disasi and Badiashile is playing right now, and it's just one match. It's Burnley. I'm pretty sure he might play tomorrow. Might be Silva might start. Silva is the best player for Chelsea at the defense line at the age of 39. All these other defenders are half his age, round about, let's say, 20, 22, 23. And they are playing worse than him. And you are keeping the best defender out, maybe because he's on his way out in the summer. Silva will be leaving Chelsea in the summer. And maybe Pochettino doesn't like him and there's an ego issue between the player and the manager. But this should be nil now. You know that he is the best player, best defender. What you're going to do is still playing the same players. Bidashili has come out from an injury, so he's going to take a couple of matches before he can get in. And right now, Gutso might be coming back. He had an injury, small injury against Burnley, so he might be back to play against Manchester United. Hopefully, let's see how it goes on that one. Otherwise, Silva, Disasi, Badiashile, all three have to play somewhere or the other. Three at the back, maybe. Who knows? But anyways, it is actually really tough for a Chelsea fan to see that the manager looks really out of sorts at times. There are managers out there who will do a better job than Pochettino at this moment. But maybe it's just some voodoo being done against Chelsea Football Club, because whatever is happening, we said the same thing last season when Potter was appointed. But when Potter got sacked, we said, oh, he's a relief. And when Pochettino was appointed in the summer, I was very happy. Oh man, he has got experience in the Premier League. He did pretty well with Spurs, took them in the Champions League final. He might be the guy who can do this. And right now it looks really bad. I hope maybe next season Pochettino will most likely stay unless things go really bad from here on till the end of the season. But if he stays, maybe there will be a different game. We might think, oh, maybe we did not understand that he needed some more time. But at this moment, things look really bad for Chelsea. We play Manchester United tomorrow, and Mason Mount will be back. And Manchester United, somehow, they're also struggling, but they have somehow got good amount of points. They still have a chance of making it to the Champions League for next season. And so they look like a team which might be trying to get something, whereas we look like a team which is squandering our chances. So I'm not expecting much happening tomorrow. A draw, most likely fair 1-1. Most likely that's how it's going to be. Let's see how it goes. If you can score early, maybe you can put pressure on them and we can get to it. But I'm not expecting anything right now from this Chelsea side. Tell you frankly about it. I really want this season to end right now, because I think most of these players are thinking about holidays in the summer, or some of them will be playing in the Euros, some might be playing in the Copa. I think the Copa is in the summer as well. But they're not looking very focused. They know there's nothing to play for, except that Man City semi-final in the FA Cup, which I'm pretty sure we're going to lose with this kind of attitude. But they really are not really bothered, I think. But I really want them to maybe just cancel the league right now, or just play somehow, because I don't think we're going to do much well. Maybe we can end up winning a couple of 2-3 matches from here on, which will be great, but it will only cement Pochettino's position for next season, which many Chelsea supporters would not want. But you never know, he might still stick on even if we lose some of these matches. So we have to see how it goes. So as I said, the Manchester United match, whoever plays, would not be an easy match for us. A draw will be fair. I think 1-1 will be how it will be. The team news will be the same what we played against Burnley. I think more or less the same team. The only exception could be Sterling starting this match ahead of Midweek. That could be the only change, though I don't want that change to happen. I still want Midweek to start this match, but I think that would be the only change. Otherwise, there shouldn't be anything. So, nothing else to say. I just feel that very frustrated with the way things are. I really expected Pochettino to turn things around for Chelsea as a club, but that match against Burnley a few days ago, 3-4 days ago, really does it make me feel bad, and I really want the season to end, and hopefully in the summer we can get things sorted, and hopefully the new season something will come up. Most unlikely with Pochettino. I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he will think something up. I'll leave it at that. I hope you guys can let me know you guys' thoughts. If you're a Chelsea fan out there, even if you're not a Chelsea fan, you can let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the whole situation at Chelsea. What you guys think about Manchester United's match against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And what do you think? Will Mason Mount score a goal against Chelsea tomorrow? Will he even start? I don't think he will start, but he might come in the match later on the match. So anyways, I'm not going to drag this video anymore. I am disappointed Chelsea fan at this moment, signing off this match, and see you guys later in a different video. Bye-bye.